Today's story title is The Beast of the Mountain, A Sorcerer's Tale. So let's start. Once upon a time, there was a small village nestled at the foot of a great mountain range. The villagers lived simple lives, relying on the mountain's resources for their livelihoods. However, there was one thing that the villagers feared above all else: the mountain's legend. The legend spoke of a great beast that lived deep within the mountain. The beast was said to be immense, with razor-sharp claws and teeth as long as swords. The villagers feared that one day the beast would awaken from its slumber and terrorize the village. One day, a group of hunters decided to venture into the mountain to hunt for game. As they made their way up the mountain, they noticed that something was off. The air was thick with an eerie silence and an ominous feeling that they couldn't shake off. As they reached the summit of the mountain, they stumbled upon an old cave. The cave was dark, and they could hear strange whispers coming from deep within. The hunters tried to brush it off as their imagination, but they soon realized that they were not alone. Suddenly, the ground started to shake, and the walls of the cave began to crumble. The hunters ran for their lives, but one of them was not fast enough. One of the hunters was caught in the collapse and was buried alive in the rubble. The other hunters were devastated and decided to bury their friend on the mountain so he would be closer to the gods. That night, strange things started to happen. The hunters could hear eerie whispers and the sound of claws scraping against the rocks. They tried to brush it off as their imagination, but they soon realized that they were not alone. The next morning, one of the hunters woke up to find that his friends had disappeared. He searched for them, but they were nowhere to be found. As he made his way back down the mountain, he noticed that something was different. The trees and plants had withered away, and the ground was barren. The once lively mountain was now a dead, lifeless place. The hunter knew that he had to warn the village about the beast that lived within the mountain. As he made his way back to the village, he could feel the beast's presence growing stronger. He knew that the beast was awake, and it was hungry for blood. The hunter finally reached the village and warned the villagers about the beast. The villagers were terrified, and they immediately set out to protect their homes. They built walls around the village, hoping that it would keep the beast out. Days turned into weeks, and the villagers were on high alert. However, the beast was smart, and it knew how to break through the walls. It would attack the village at night, leaving the villagers with no time to react. The villagers were at a loss, and they knew that they needed help. They decided to seek out a powerful sorcerer who lived in the neighboring village. The sorcerer was known to have the power to defeat any monster. The sorcerer arrived in the village, and he could sense the beast's presence. He knew that the beast was not an ordinary creature, and it would take all his power to defeat it. The sorcerer journeyed up the mountain, and he finally reached the cave where the beast lived. He could hear the beast's breathing, and he knew that he was close. He took out his magic staff and cast a spell that would weaken the beast. The beast let out a deafening roar, and the cave started to crumble. The sorcerer knew that he had to act fast. He took out a magical sword and charged at the beast. The battle was fierce, and the sorcerer knew that he was in grave danger. The beast had the strength of... That's all for this part. See you in the next part of this story. Until then, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more video like this.